Bearcat Mamadou Diarra returns to Fifth Third Arena tonight, taking the jump against Abdullah Dou. Diarra wins the tip, and Tennessee Tech will start with possession of the basketball.
I must say, I'm just happy to see Mamadou find a home. Was a former Cincinnati player, but a couple years ago, or last year, to say the least. It seemed like it's been such a long year. Just happy to see him back here and competing against the Bearcats tonight.
Davenport trying to save that one in for Cincinnati. Can't keep it out over the baseline, so it will stay with Tennessee Tech. We talked about Davidson moments ago. He'll inbound it here. Absolute shooter from the outside.
Struggled last game against Wright State, and on a scouting report, when you see 48% from three, you know, everybody's going to try to run him off the line, and that's what the Bearcats have to try to do to Davidson tonight. Deontay
Wood, little leaner shot, no good. Abdullah Dou with the rebound. As Cincinnati goes on offense for the first time. Kick out into the corner. David DeJulius for a triple. Skips in and out. Rebounded Davenport. Hustles up a follow, and it's good.
That right there is what the Bearcats got to continue to get better at. Second chance points, rebounding. They have length and size with Dou and Jeremiah Davenport in there. That's a great finish by Davenport.
Diarra pulls up and knocks down a jumper. He had his best game last season for Cincinnati in his final game, the conference championship in the tournament against Houston, and double-digit points in that one. And he starts the scoring for Tennessee Tech here tonight at his former home arena. Davenport, long three, off the back iron, and Davidson has that rebound.
Tennessee Tech doing exactly what they do well as well. Get the ball out early, try to get a good shot in transition. I think this will be a fast-paced game tonight.
You see Davidson in the starting lineup along with Wood, Ramsey, White Jr., and Diarra, the starting five for Tennessee Tech. And for Cincinnati, Julius, Adams, Woods, Newman the third, Davenport, and Dou, the starting five for head coach Wes Miller. 2-2 game here early on. Julius, runner through traffic, underhand scoop shot, good off the glass.
I know we talked about Davenport earlier, but Julius is just as important to this Bearcats team as Davenport. When you got both of those horses running the way they did against Ashland, 22 points from Julius, 24 points from Davenport, this team can be very special.
Here's Diarra outside, he'll pull up for three. Too strong, rebound Davenport. You have to figure Mamadou Diarra is going to be pretty motivated here tonight playing in his former gym.
100%. It's always fun to play against your former team. And you don't always even get that experience. Normally when you transfer, normally the next team you go to just never seems the school you just left from. But Mamadou gets to have that experience tonight.
There's Wes Miller, first season as head coach of Cincinnati. He is the first Bearcats head coach to ever start his tenure 5-0. And now, just like that, the jacket comes off here 2 minutes, 31 seconds in. Usually doesn't take Wes too long.
It does not. And I love it. He's just such an intense guy. And it's been such a great start to his first season. He had his guys focused, understanding what they were up against this year, and he's getting them prepared for conference play.
White, nice spin move, but has it poked away from behind by Davenport. Here comes Cincinnati in transition. Davenport and Adams Woods trading it back and forth. That's some nice transition basketball.
That is textbooks, Matt, like you said. Nice, simple basketball there. Defense turned into offense, and that was just a wonderful finish by Davenport.
Tennessee Tech looking for an answer. 3-9 on the season. Played some tough opponents on the season thus far. This will be a reach-in on Adams Woods. And the Golden Eagles, coached by John Pelfrey, his third season at Tennessee Tech. And Kevin, he has quite the history. He's had head coaching stops in South Alabama, at Arkansas, was an All-American for Kentucky back in the early 90s. Part of some very good teams under Rick Pitino.
Well, he knows what he's doing. With that type of background, he comes in prepared and ready. I must say, I like the Air Force Ones that he has on the sideline. I don't know if the camera can get a pic at those, but those are pretty sweet.
Certainly showing off some style here around the holidays.
And the Bearcats here doing a wonderful job. I think this has been the best thing they've done all year consistently is the defensive side.
There you go, look at that.
Look at those. I mean, crispy is to say the least, man. Purple and white, he is Tennessee Tech ready.
John Pelfrey, the fashion plate here tonight in Cincinnati. But he's had a great career, both, as we said, as a player, All-American in Kentucky, as an assistant and head coach. His most recent stop was an assistant at Alabama. Had some really good recruiting classes for the Crimson Tide as Cincinnati forces a turnover here. Adams Woods gets fouled after forcing that turnover.
This Cincinnati team is very locked in on the defensive end. I mean, they're denying every pass, taking away Tennessee Tech's offense. This is what you look like when you're preparing for that conference play. And as we all know, the Bearcats start off with Houston right away. This is a great opportunity to start fixing those small problems that you got. Be ready to get you a big one in a couple weeks.
Mike Saunders Jr. in for the Bearcats. He's a guy that can flip the switch and hit high gear speed in a hurry. Guama also in, but Cincinnati can't hang on to it. That one stolen away by Shandon Goldman. Here come the Golden Eagles. Nice transition bucket by Deontay Wood.
Both teams looking like they like to start their offense with defense, getting out in transition and getting easy buckets. It was a great job by Tennessee Tech.
Newman knocks down a triple from the outside. He's really started to pick things up here the last couple of games and has continued it on here tonight.
Yeah, since the Xavier game, he's starting to find that stroke from long range. The thing about Newman, he does so many other things great, averaging 8 points and giving him a little bit more versatility and length on the inside. Such a great pickup for him.
Diarra got the start tonight for Tennessee Tech and got a really nice ovation from this Cincinnati crowd when he was announced. He was a fan favorite over his years here as a Bearcat, and they certainly do not forget what he gave to this program in his 4 years.
Beautiful to see. I mean, very versatile guy.
9-4 Bearcats lead. Saunders bullet pass inside to Davenport looking for the dunk. Couldn't finish it off, but he's fouled from behind by Petway.
And I like what I just seen there about the Bearcats, not settling. Tennessee Tech switched up, went into a zone, and instead of Cincinnati saying, hey, I'll take this three, they find that short corner, and Davenport goes up with a strong finish to get fouled.
Davenport heads to the line, shooting 80% from the foul stripe this season. We've talked about how his shooting has notably improved, particularly from the outside the last several games. But as you mentioned right there, seeing him get to the line with more regularity is certainly something Wes Miller would be very happy to see.
With his size and his abilities, we all know he can do a little bit more than just shoot, even though that's a great aspect of what he brings to this team. But with that size and length, got to be able to be more effective around the basket, get himself to the free throw line as he did there.
Stays with Cincinnati as that's out off of the Golden Eagles. David DeJulius coming back in for Micah Adams Woods. This is a lineup that Wes Miller not shy about going deep into the bench. He'll play 10, 11, sometimes 12 on this Bearcats team.
This lineup, as you see, is a lot smaller than what we usually see when they go to their second and third units here. They got 4 guards out there along with Oguama for some speed.
Tennessee Tech pushing off that miss from Oguama. Goldman passing away to Pedway. Tennessee Tech able to maintain that kind of close game, not letting Cincinnati just jump out of the gate strong. Always important on the road, get through that first 4 or 5 minutes. Here's a loose ball. Oguama diving on top of it. He's able to hand it off to Saunders. Stripped away, stayed in bounds, I think off of one of our officials.
Yeah, right off the official's leg there. Cincinnati's doing a really good job of closing the gaps, but a little miscommunication there as they slam it home, and that's Sela. Nice two-hand jam.
Nice pass inside to set that one up for Amadou Sela as he jams it home with 2 hands to make it a 10-6 game in Tennessee Tech.
And as you see Tennessee Tech here going into a funky 3-2 zone, trying to slow down the thought process in the offense for Cincinnati, which might be effective here.
Davenport not able to knock that one down from the corner. You know, one player we haven't mentioned yet for Tennessee Tech, number 4, Junior Clay, who's out at the top of the key right now. He is their lead scorer. All-conference selection in the top 20, sometimes top 10, in just about every offensive statistic you could think of in Tennessee Tech history. Cincinnati's certainly going to keep their eyes on him tonight. Sela, another turnaround jumper, this one off the front iron.
Cincinnati doing a great job in their man-to-man defense tonight, focusing on guys, keying in on what Tennessee Tech enjoys doing and taking it away.
Now just out of the reach of John Newman III, as Wes Miller looks to his bench once again. Hayden Koval and Jarrett Hensley coming in for the first time.
I was talking to a couple coaches before the game started, and you know the biggest thing they spoke on was depth. So, you know, this is our strength. We're going to continue to stick with it as we get prepared for conference play. We're just still figuring out what kind of lineups work best. And as you see tonight, we'll see multiple different guys play with multiple different people.
Here's Diarra back in. He'll pull up from 3, just short. He knocks him down during his Bearcats career as Hensley has the rebound and gets fouled by Ramsey.
Mamadou excited here, trying to showcase all his talents. And as you know, if you know him, you know he's capable of knocking that shot down. That's just great defense contest by Koval, excuse me.
Koval with that contest on the defensive side. Hensley came away with that rebound. Both teams in a bit of a lull here offensively. Cincinnati hasn't scored in over 2 minutes.
And that's a credit to Tennessee Tech activity. Going into a press, back into their zone, trying to keep Cincinnati on their heels.
Here's Hensley. Gets it back to Saunders. Stutter step. 6 seconds to shoot, has to hurry here. Koval from the high post. Fires it up there and gets fouled.
And that's a tough one there by Davidson. I know he didn't try to foul, but Koval was able to get it up. Tennessee's Tech is doing a really good job. I can't even tell from right here, Matt, what defense it is. It's like man-to-man matchup, sometimes a 2-3 zone. Sometimes those funky defenses keeps an offense kind of very stagnant, and I think that's what we see here from Cincinnati early.
Koval knocks down his first from the line. Yeah, when you can't tell what defense you're up against, sometimes it's tough to figure out how you want to attack it. That Tennessee Tech defense from John Pelfrey just kind of morphing and moving around and tough to tell exactly what kind of formation it's in. Couple for Koval, making it a 12-6 game, largest lead for Cincinnati in the early minutes.
Davidson still hadn't found a rhythm here, and Mike Saunders Jr. doing exactly what he does best, being a ball hawk and making guys uncomfortable.
A couple of number 3s matched up against each other out there on the floor. Here's Clay. We talked about him, lead scorer on this team. As he slashes his way through traffic, can't get that runner to go, but DeJulius just can't keep that in bounds. That'll be a fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Golden Eagles. They're in a scoring lull as well of over 2 minutes. And Clay just has that ability. He can get in that zone. He can get those shots up. He's a playmaker, both in terms of scoring, in terms of assists. Really hasn't got it going yet, though.
Yeah, come in the game averaging 12. He's one of those guys, along with Davidson, that just has to find their rhythm there. And as you see, finally getting a shot up, I think Clay will find a rhythm as the game goes on.
Clay misses on his first shot of the night. Here's Hensley on a nice skip pass from DeJulius for the bucket in transition.
Cincinnati team is starting to mesh very well. Guys like Hensley, I spoke a lot about him against in the Ashland game, starting to find more minutes and finding his role on this unit. And that right there is exactly what he could be very good at.
Cincinnati with 4 fast break points here in the first 8 minutes. That's a foul on Saunders Jr., and that will be number 2 on Mike, and he'll have to take a seat on the bench.
Clay doing a really good job of forcing that action and causing that foul.
Quick pass inside, Ramsey lays it in. Good inbounds from the Golden Eagles for a quick basket. That'll end their scoring drought. Back the other way, A.J. McGinnis, who just came in for Cincinnati, drills a 3.
Fans, you might want to start getting used to McGinnis Jr. His minutes are going to increase as the season goes on, and he makes 3 points look like layups, as you can tell. Versatile guard, come from UNCG with Coach Miller. Talented kid. He will be very good as the season continues to go on.
In and out on the baby hook shot from Ramsey. Ado there for the rebound for the Bearcats. There's Adams Woods back in. Those subs always fresh in for Cincinnati, and McGinnis looking for another one. Can't find the net on that one. Golden Eagles quickly pushing it across half court.
In Cincinnati, on the scouting report, me watching this game must say that Tennessee Tech loves the dribble drive because they are shortening those gaps every chance they get.
Nice turnaround jumper from Daniel Ramsey. He has 4 points. Starting to find his rhythm here midway through half number 1.
He is showing his inside presence here early on the offensive end. Playing very well on the defense, being able to hold those twin towers of Cincinnati.
Wes Miller all the way out near midcourt, calling out an offensive play for his team. Adu posting up. Koval lost his footing inside. Bearcats whip it around. McGinnis firing again. This one just off the back rim. He's had some good looks, just hasn't been able to knock down those last 2.
Those are good looks. as a player, you gotta live and die with those. They'll fall. 1 for 3.
Again, is coming out aggressive. He'll skip this one inside to Adu, gathers it back up, now out to Adams Woods for the 3.
I noticed since
Storied career on the hardwood.
I love to see former guys like Coach come back to the game and find a nice school like Tennessee Tech and give these kids an opportunity to learn what the game of basketball is. I don't think they understand how big that is to the sport of college basketball.
Here's a three-point jumper, good from Mamadou Diarra. We talked about his range, showing it off right there.
As we all know, I like to call him Do. He's more than capable. You know, when he was at Cincinnati, not everybody knew exactly behind the scenes what all he could do, but very versatile guy. A guy that reminds you of a Cincinnati basketball player with his athleticism. And now he's able to strike it for Tennessee Tech tonight.
Bearcats respond right back. Jeremiah Davenport adds another jumper. 7 points tonight as he seems to be in that good shooting form he's been in the last couple games.
Yes, see, back at home, nice and comfy. He's knocking in shots.
Little home cooking for the holidays never hurts you. Cincinnati turns it over on the inbounds, and 2 quick baskets right there from John Pettaway.
That was just a great steal by Clay. Great recognition to be able to get a quick steal and a quick bucket. Tennessee Tech's not going to go away. They've been in some tough games, coming off a close one at Wright State just a couple days ago. They look good this first half.
Just like that, it's a 5-point game. The Golden Eagles have made their last 4 shots from the floor. Doubling down on Adams Woods outside. Looks like kind of a matchup 2-3 zone that, as you said, Kevin, kind of morphs and changes around depending on who has it for Cincinnati. Adams Woods can't get that runner. That defense has been tough to contend with. Here's Pettaway. Recognized that Newman had slipped, but can't connect on that one from the baseline. But Clay with a quick interception.
And what Clay has noticed is what Cincinnati does best is try to get the ball out early, and he's beating that pass. But it was a great charge by Obama with the turnover and then get it back on defense.
And that's such a key for a player to be able to recover after a quick turnover. Instead of letting it affect you, he just went right back to work there on the defensive end, was able to get his position to draw that charge.
Call that a veteran move there, not pout about it. You know what, Coach, it's my fault. I'll take a tough one and be able to get our team the ball back.
Bearcats have seen their lead dwindle down to 5 here in the first half. Final game before the holiday break. Cincinnati set to start conference play next week against number 13 Houston. Really important matchup for the Bearcats, and getting ready for that one. They can't find themselves kind of sleeping halfway tonight, and that's something Wes Miller's been talking about, needing to have that focus and know that conference season's right around the corner.
Every game is a game for preparation, good or bad, doesn't matter what the team name is. You know, to be honest, Tennessee Tech might not have the skill or the athleticism, but very similar to what you would see at a Houston. Forwards that can knock down shots like Diarra, guards with some speed who can shoot the ball. This is a perfect matchup before you go see Houston at Houston.
Speaking of tall, athletic forwards, Victor Locken in for Cincinnati, another fan favorite. As the Bearcats pick up a quick foul there from Davenport.
I enjoy Locken, and I feel that Cincinnati needs to try to throw the ball in the post a little bit more. I mean, all year, and I'm specifically talking since the Xavier game, he showed that, honestly, he can score anywhere around the bucket with ease.
Here's Clay, guarded by Saunders, doesn't have a path. Davidson hasn't had a chance to open up that three-point shooting yet. In fact, he hasn't taken a shot from the floor.
Now, when you shoot 48%, I know what the scout report was on him. You better run him off the line unless you're coming out the game.
Clay can't connect on that three-pointer. Davenport launches one. Too strong at the back iron.
As I'm over here watching the Bearcats, every time Davenport puts one up, I almost think it's going in. Tennessee Tech here trying to find an easy bucket to close this run down even a little closer.
Sela can't get that one from close range. Bearcats come away with the rebounds. Just in front, 12-11 in the rebounding column, and there's a nice offensive putback from Davenport inside.
Davenport's being very active around the rim today, and that's what we all expect from him. Even us watching, and I know the unit and the coaching staff expect him to be able to dominate around the rim as well. He's showing every bit of it tonight. I know he went back, and I know he's such a great coaching staff over there with Coach Miller, and I know they expressed to him, you know, we're happy that you're making threes, but we need you effective when you can't make them, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Newman off a turnover, can't get it, but Lockett does. The big man running the floor, gets the tip in.
Easy cleanup, easy cleanup. Get the Lockett on the floor and doing what he does best, hunting that ball down, easy buckets.
Lockett with his first points of the night. Cincinnati extending that lead to 9. Here's Goldman posting up on Koval. Turnaround jumper, good. Nice touch from Goldman.
Goldman, that is golden shot there, young fella. Nice turnaround jumper. Tennessee Tech competing hard here. Standing this game defensively, they are attacking Cincinnati.
Lockett with a big stride, shot off the mark, follow no good as well. Didn't get the finish. That was a nicely set up play between Lockett and Saunders, and if you can get the finish, that's one you're going to like to see. As here's an offensive foul the other way from Tennessee Tech.
When I was talking to a few coaches before the game, and I expressed this, I would love to see DeJulius and Lockett in a pick and roll and see what the defenders have to do, because you got to pick one. You got to pick your poison. Both are really good in it, and right there, you know, it shows you how easy it can be for Lockett. Even though he missed, that offensive action was beautiful.
DeJulius, step back three, leaves it short. Lockett tracks down that rebound. He's put together quite a few here in the early going. Newman knocks down a triple from the right side. The Cincinnati outside shooting has been good tonight. As they had another one, they are 4 for 12.
It's always good to see other guys that you don't expect to make those deep shots, knocking them in, and that's when you know this team is growing. They're expanding everything that they can do. It's beautiful to see tonight.
Saunders thought about pulling up for a three. He thinks better of it. Back to DeJulius. Inside, looking for a high-low down to Lockett, but that's tipped away. Nice defense there by Sela.
A little bit more air on it by DeJulius. It would have been a great setup.
Saunders slapping that one away out of bounds, but it was off of Davidson. And it's Cincinnati basketball.
Cincinnati's locked in on that defensive end, taking away all those easy passes and able to come up with a quick turnover.
Les Miller liking that from the Cincinnati sideline. There's a number of subs coming back in for Cincinnati. Adams, Woods, Okwama back in as well. Also seeing Jared Hensley back on the floor. 28-19, Bearcats lead here in half number 1. Here's DeJulius, jump pass into the corner. Swing it back around, Hensley curl around, nice underhand pass to Okwama, can't finish off the dunk. Ball loose, Ramsey dives on top of it, comes away to Tennessee Tech. Wood out front of everyone by himself and puts it in the basket with 2 hands. Timeout from behind is Ramsey. He's a little bit slow to get up, but looks like he's okay.
I was making a joke before we got on the broadcast tonight about Ashland, and this is what I meant here. You see all that athleticism around the rim. On Saturday, there was no athleticism around the rim to finish those, but Tennessee Tech doing a great job of getting an open run-out dunk here. It's a great block by DR.
Cincinnati with the win over Ashland on Saturday, Division II opponent. They had to schedule less than 24 hours before tip-off due to Texas Southern needing to cancel and put in COVID protocol. We've seen that from a number of teams across college basketball over the last week. As you head to the holidays, you're just thankful and happy you get a chance to play each game. Here's Adams Woods with a 3.
And that's his second triple-A today. It's always good to see Adam Woods striking from downtown. Was in a bit of a struggle here last game on Saturday, but coming out with confidence, with a lot of confidence, and knocking them in.
Second 3 of the night for Micah Adams Woods. Nice move through traffic by Deontay Wood as he finds the basket.
Tennessee Tech trying to match bucket from bucket here. Doing a good job. They're just a couple stops away. Actually doing really well on the offensive end. Outside of the turnovers on their drives, defense is turning into offense for them.
Davenport can't get the first. Reverse layup, no good as well. Okwama, third.
At this level, it only makes this Bearcats teams better. And this is what they're going to need from him as they enter conference play. We all know Houston got multiple different guards, and SMU, also Memphis when you talk about the American Conference. Mike Adam Woods is one of those players who's an X factor for this team.
Odi Okwama with his first point of the night. Cincinnati looking to extend the lead to 10 here. And Oguama does. 33-23. Bearcats in front. A.J. McGinnis back in for Cincinnati.
It's been a quiet day for Davidson and Clay here. And I know they want to try to get them going. Tennessee Tech is a better team. These guys are putting points up on the board.
Cincinnati tagged with a reach in there. That goes against Davenport. And that is his second, so that could be an end to his first half as he will take a seat on the bench. So both Davenport and Saunders with 2 fouls each for Cincinnati. Tennessee Tech certainly going to look to take advantage of that. Here's a running teardrop shot off the mark from Clay. And as you said, Kevin, both Clay and Davidson, really the dynamic duo for this Tennessee Tech team. Neither has really been able to get things going in a big way yet here early on.
And Cincinnati's doing a really good job of closing up those gaps, just making those drives hard for Clay here in the beginning. But like I say, A.J. McGinnis, minutes are already increasing over the last month here, coming off that injury, showing what he can bring to this team. I mean, nice shot fake pull up. Remind me a little bit of myself, man, with that move.
Yeah, looking good out there. Number 2 on the floor. As that one will be a foul on Deontay Wood. But Kevin, you noted here in our first games of the season, we had a chance to see A.J. McGinnis some over the summer and some of the summer workouts, and he was as impressive as anyone.
He is. One of those multi-dynamic guards, can defend, coming in at about 6'3", athletic, can shoot the ball. And as you see, showing off his mid-range game. Young guy for the program. I think when we talk future for Coach Miller here, that's one of those guys he'll continue to build, his culture and his foundation of his Bearcat unit.
John Newman III shooting the bonus. First shot rattles in and out. Will not have a chance on a second. 35-23, UC leads by a dozen. Kick out into the corner, back out to Diarra. He'll pull up for another 3. That one's good.
He is on fire.
And you hear a little bit of a cheer going up from the crowd for Diarra, the former Bearcat, with his second 3-pointer of the night. He leads the Golden Eagles with 8 points.
It's always hard, definitely as a fan, when you see a former guy on another team. It's like you want to root for him, but at the same time, you want your team to win. I'm happy to see him striking from downtown today.
Diarra got a nice cheer during player introductions in the pregame when he was announced in the starting lineup. Always a fan favorite here during his time at Cincinnati. Adu has that one blocked away by Diarra.
He's coming up with a couple blocks today as well. 2 blocks on the day here, not giving up on the play. Might have brought some of those Cincinnati habits over to Tennessee Tech.
Now that's what Bearcats fans were used to seeing from him in his minutes through the years, just bringing that energy, bringing that length and athleticism.
Average.
Only 3 seconds to shoot here. It's tipped away. Koval gonna have to hurry. Fires one up there. It was off balance and it's short. That'll be a shot clock violation.
Tennessee Tech here trying to get a few stops and a couple buckets to close out this half. Been competing all half long, and the best thing that the coach can take away from this for Tennessee Tech is we haven't even had Clay or Davidson get going, and we're still in this game.
Neither of those 2 players have scored yet for the Golden Eagles, and now Mamadou Diarra whistled with a push-up.
I just talked about it, making Diarra and making a lot of guys uncomfortable. Put it on the floor. I mean, sitting at 6'10", it's not always easy to blow by guys like Mike Adam Woods there, who was able to get that push off right off at the end.
Well, 2 guys that have certainly met up against each other on the practice floor many times through the last several seasons. Adams Woods maybe with the better of that exchange, drawing the offensive foul. Here's to Julius. Around in a Adu screen, nearly lost it. Jump pass out to Adams Woods, wide open for 3. Off the mark, Koval had a hand on the rebound, but can't hang on to it.
It's a great pass back to Julius. Like I said earlier, I would love to continue to see the Julius in pick and rolls. He makes great decisions, and also you got to respect him as a scorer because he can come off that pick and roll and drill one as well.
In the final minute of the first half, Tennessee Tech keeping this one within single digits. No points yet for Junior Clay or Keyshawn Davidson.
Bearcats doing a good job of making the ball handlers uncomfortable and also taking away that reversal pass, which makes guys have to over dribble.
Diarra has it in his hands again, looking for Ramsey. Turnaround shot. Their banker off the left side. Adams Woods can slow things down and get everyone in position. Direct traffic, traded back and forth with Newman. Now a lob to Newman, and he'll lay it in. Nice feed from Micah Adams Woods.
That's a nice little setup play there at the end of the shot clock. Give it up, get some guy athletic right off the deuce screen here. A great finish by Newman.
Give and go action from Adams Woods and Newman. Newman lays it in for his 7th points of the night. Here's Diarra again. Too strong to Julius with a few seconds to go in the first half. Pull up for 3 at the buzzer. Just about ready to go in half number 2. John Newman III will inbound it to Micah Adams Woods. And we are underway. We noted how Adams Woods is 4th in the nation in his assist to turnovers ratio, and he's off to another good night here. 4 assists, no turnovers this evening as DeJulius puts up a runner down the lane, can't get it to go. Amadou Diarra is there for the rebound.
Cincinnati here has to come out focused, have a great second half, try to put Tennessee Tech away. You know, these are the small things when you get prepared for conference play that coaches like Coach Miller is looking for. How focused are we? How well can we execute on both ends of the court?
Ramsey with another turnaround. We've seen that from him a couple times tonight. 6 points for the forward. And that's a good start for Tennessee Tech here out of the break.
Yes, Ramsey's done a great job in the first half defending the multiple towers of Cincinnati here, and coming out striking on offense right away.
Adu powers his way through a double team. Can't get that one to go, but the offensive rebound and the follow is good. We talked about the rebounding from Cincinnati at halftime being a key, and Adu showing it right there.
All guys, even when you miss shots and you're the shooter, go back and get it. Go follow that shot. Still counts. It's a little bit like patent stats. You get a rebound and 2 points.
Diarra able to draw a foul on a 3-pointer off the fake, and he'll earn a trip to the line shooting 3.
Things are going well for DR. A little bit of NBA contact, shoot through the foul here, 3 shots.
He made 2 3-pointers in half number 1. You got to respect that shot from the outside for the 6'9" forward.
You have to, but you know, something that'll stress a coach out is these plays here, you know, jumping up in the air to leave your feet. But look here, Davidson doing a great job. Look how many people he draws to him. That's what happens when you shoot 48%. DR does a great shot fake to get himself fouled there. See if he can knock all 3 of these in and get this lead closer.
That's foul number 3 on Jeremiah Davenport. We'll see if it affects his playing time here in the second half. DR's first trip to the line, first one is good.
DR's playing like a vet. You can tell he's been around the game, and he's been in this environment more than a few times, as you can tell. Looks very comfortable tonight.
He knows about playing in this building as well as anyone in here. Second shot good as well.
The fans are like, all right, we've been cheering you on long enough here. We're gonna scream while you shoot free throws. Now we're gonna have to start betting against you here before you be the reason we lose tonight.
We got our cheering out of the way. Now it's time to cheer for our home team to get the win. Diarra in double digits. Goes 2 for 3 from the line, but he has 10 points to lead all scorers from the Golden Eagles. Here's DeJulius quickly pushing it up the floor for Cincinnati. Trades it back and forth with Newman. Now puts it on the deck. Little leaner shot in the lane. Off the mark. Newman fighting for the rebound, but it comes away to Tennessee Tech as Wood hauls it in. Here come the Golden Eagles in transition, and that one's knocked out of bounds by Cincinnati.
Golden Eagles doing a good job, like I say, to keep throwing on this man, somewhat of a matchup. But David DeJulius did exactly what he does best. Get himself into the interior. He missed the bunny there, but I expect to see him get going here as well. Had a quieter first half, only 2 points. As we all know, he can stuff some stats up very quickly.
Looks like the call on the floor is reversed, and it will be Tennessee Tech basketball. Wes Miller not happy with that one, but it will be Golden Eagles basketball. Cincinnati thought they were about to get a turnover there. Here's a pull-up jumper off the mark from Davidson. He is still scoreless as DeJulius and Newman both pulled down that board.
That's Davison's first shot attempt of the game. You know, shooting 48%, you got to get them off. But that 48%, you almost 50%, 1 for 2. So more shots you get, Davison, the better chance you got of putting some points up on the board here for your team.
DR looking to steal that one away back in midcourt, but gets tagged with the reach. He's come out fired up both on the offensive end and defensive end. He's been active every time he's been out there on the floor.
Has been a crucial day for DR, actually keeping his team in this ball game here while Clay and Davison are struggling. He's finding DR some open shots here. He's able to connect.
Davenport, too strong. Oguama pulls down the offensive rebound. Nice baby hook shot on the follow for the basket. More points off of second chance opportunities for the Bearcats.
And that's the toughest thing when Tennessee Tech goes to that 1-2-1-1 zone or 1-3-1, whatever you want to call it there. It's always hard to rebound on the back end, and Cincinnati's taking full advantage.
Cincinnati with 14 second chance points, none for Tennessee Tech. That's been a big difference maker in this game as the Bearcats have that double-digit advantage. Found the play by Oguama there. That's his first.
That's something Cincinnati wants to continue to improve on. I was talking earlier, they also want to improve on their defensive rebound. They feel that the guards need to get more in that fight and start pulling down some defensive rebounds to start their transition.
Nice save in bounds by Adams Woods there, but it goes right to Wood for Tennessee Tech, and he is fouled. Already the third foul on Cincinnati, as that one is on Oguama, his second of the half, and that's number 2.
Tennessee Tech here is going to put up a fight in the second half. Like I say, coming off a tough game at Wright State, losing by about 9 points. Was tied up at halftime. This team has played a tough schedule. Seen a few teams that Cincinnati have played and also will play. So they're no stranger to being in tough, tight games.
First one good for Deontay Wood. A chance to make it a single-digit game here on the second. Rattles around and out. Cincinnati has really spread the ball out well. Mike Adams-Woods, Jeremiah Davenport, the lead scorers at 6 and 9 points respectively. 4 points for Mike Adams-Woods as well as he continues that great assist to turnovers ratio. He has yet to turn it over in this game. There's a turnover from the Bearcats as Newman was looking for Adams-Woods, started to cut up the court right as that pass was made back towards center court.
That's what that funky zone kind of does. You never know which man is open. You know, the best thing to do is just attack that gap, get the 2 feet, and just put the ball up on the rim.
Crowd looking for a turnover there, not going to get it. Here's Davidson down to the baseline, under the basket finally. Able to lay it in for his first points of the night on a nice play.
I expect Davidson to come out and be aggressive. You know, coming in, averaging 11 points, had a donut here at halftime. He's going to try to find his rhythm here.
Adams-Woods in the middle of that zone, switches hands and gets it with his left.
And exactly what I was talking about there on that turnover from Newman. Instead of going in there and thinking to pass, you should go in there thinking to score. Get off 2 feet just like Adam Woods did with a strong finish.
Cincinnati going back to the bench. Locken and Hensley coming back in as they'll swap spots with Newman and Davenport on the floor. We noted how Davenport picked up his 3rd foul. And Tennessee Tech going to bring Goldman back in as well as he'll inbound it here. Cincinnati putting on some full court pressure.
Best thing about having depth is when some of your better players go out with fouls, you know, it doesn't stop the flow of the game. You got multiple other guys that can come right in and pick up where you need them to.
Slipping is Wood, hangs on to it. Davidson down in the middle of that defense. Can't get the pull-up jumper. Here's Saunders quickly advancing it up the floor. Little runner teardrop good. So tough to defend when Mike Saunders Jr. comes up through the gears like that.
Doing exactly what he does best. Supersonic speed, right downhill with a nice finish.
No chance at all to get your defense set when Saunders catches a long rebound on the run like that. Davidson going to back it out with that shot clock ticking down to the final 10 seconds. He's guarded by Locken. Pump fake, gets a little opening and makes the basket, and that is why he averages double-digit points with the big 6'10" defender bearing down on him. Somehow creates the shot.
Is doing exactly what scorers do, being aggressive. First half played very, very conservative, you know, not taking tougher shots, but now as you see, pedal to the metal, getting himself in his groove, and he's able to find the rim.
Saunders, deep 3, too strong, into the corner, saved in by Hensley to Locken, and it deflects Golden Eagles.
And that's been the story for the Golden Eagles tonight. Turnovers. It's been a rough start on the turnovers. Started the game with a few costly ones that got Cincinnati right into their offensive rhythm. They're able to protect the ball down the stretch. They'll find themselves in a close game.
DeJulius looking for Saunders in the corner, has to work his way out of a double team. Only a few seconds left. Lobs it to Lock-in for the two-hand jam.
And that was a great pass by Saunders. Great recognition there. They're moving the ball very well in the zone. Now they got to figure out who's that open guy and be ready to either shoot it or make the play.
What a heads-up play under pressure by Saunders with only a few seconds on that shot clock to find Lock-in for that two-hand lay-in. There's a long three, good, as Goldman knocks that one down from the corner. Nice answer from Tennessee Tech.
Great pass by Pettaway there. And a great finish by Goldman. He's been gold from the three-point line for Tennessee Tech as well. You know, you're not getting a lot of shooting from Davison and Clay, but you sure are getting it from the forwards in DR and Goldman.
Both teams have really spread out the scoring well. In fact, DR, the only player in double figures for either team, and he has 10 points. Saunders backing it out.
This is in Tennessee Tech. The first half has some success with the weird matchup zone here, and it's showing some success here. The only thing they got to figure out is that rebounding.
Cincinnati has yet to make a three-pointer in this half, as both Saunders and DeJulius can't connect on that possession. Oguama going to check out. Koval back in for Cincinnati as Wes Miller continues to keep those subs coming quick and often.
That depth is a strength of Cincinnati's. Has been all year. Let's continue to rotate guys, figuring out who's going to give him the best run here.
Head away, and it blocked away by Koval. The top 50 shot blockers all time in NCAA basketball.
Doing what he does best, protecting that rim, not letting anything easy in there.
Saunders, pull back jumper from the foul line. Didn't have much room, but was able to get the shot off anyway.
It's a quiet first half for Saunders here, but as you see, he's able to stuff those stats quickly as well.
Amadou Sila coming right back down the other way before Cincinnati could get its defense set. Both teams have pushed the pace a bit here in half number 2 and have seen some success. Here's Saunders. He knows a thing or two about pushing the pace. Trades it back and forth with DeJulius.
It's the big possession here from Cincinnati. Tennessee Tech has a chance to even close the gap. They can't get over 9 points. Great foul by Koval to Hensley.
Koval to Hensley, forward to forward. As Cincinnati really has a big lineup in there with Koval, Hensley, and Lock-in all inside. Back to a double-digit lead for the Bearcats at 11.
We've seen so many different lineups from the Bearcats tonight. First half, they went all small. Now you look up, they go all big with your 2 quick guards. It's the good thing about this team, the depth here. Multiple different ways you can come at them.
Wide off the mark on that elbow jumper. Lock-in grabs the board. Cincinnati again with 3 big forwards out there. And you got Saunders and DeJulius outside with plenty of speed. Just over 12 minutes remaining here on a Tuesday evening in the Queen City. Final non-conference game of the season for both of these teams.
See if Cincinnati here can start trying to find a rhythm in this zone and put this game away.
Koval with the turnaround as the shot clock expires, rims in and out. Rebound underneath by Goldman. Clay pushing the pace. Pull back jumper for 3, swish.
Say, I won't miss for long. And that's what Clay and Davison, you can tell they're coming in the second half with a different attitude. Pedal to the metal to stay aggressive.
Speaking of pedal to the metal, Mike Saunders Jr., that might be his middle name.
It is. Meet me. That's all I hear when Mike Saunders doing a very good job. Davison coming in, Clay knocking down some big shots here. And the dynamic duo is starting to find a rhythm offensively. And also the defense, you know, that zone is making offense stagnant, very, very stagnant for Cincinnati. Tennessee Tech here trying to catch a rhythm late in this second half.
Golden Eagles have outscored the Bearcats by 1 in this second half. And as noted, both Davidson and Clay kind of starting to find their rhythm, the 2 lead scorers on this team. Diarra backs down on Davenport. Those 2 have played together a lot through the years. That'll be a foul on Davenport, and that's number 4.
I mean, that's a veteran move by DR here. Staying patient, using his size. As you all know, he can put the ball on the floor a little bit here and putting Davenport in a tough situation, picking up his 4th.
For either team. What a return to Fifth Third Arena from him.
It has been, and he's playing with an extra burst of energy tonight. You can tell he's been waiting to compete against this Cincinnati team, show the fans what he's been working on all offseason.
What a rebound by Newman, but the Bearcats can't hang on to it. Diarra scoops it away in transition, gets to Davidson in the corner, and now passes it back out. Here's Clay through traffic, athletic move with the right hand, and nearly had a chance at a three-point play.
And I think that's a great call. Clay, as he went up in the air, as you can tell here, Newman stepped up, but Clay was able to try to maneuver around him. You know, that puts the ref in a call where he has to call a block. Great decision by Clay, be able to maneuver his body in the air like that.
Junior Clay, the lead scorer on this team, only 3 points tonight, 1 of 5 from the floor. And the first one is no good. We noted how both Clay and Keyshawn Davidson were scoreless at halftime. In some ways, if you were Tennessee Tech, you know, you maybe look at that as a good thing, thinking, okay, we're still within 11 points at the time. We have a chance to get things going from our lead duo, and right there, Clay adds one more.
You see it, they're being a lot more aggressive, and it's helping this Tennessee Tech team here in the second half. Along with DR, like I say, if they can find a deep three, a dagger here soon, this will be a fun game to watch at the end.
Back to a single-digit contest. Tennessee Tech hanging around all night. McGinnis over to Newman. 5 seconds to shoot. Bearcats have to hurry here. That one's tipped and intercepted by Davidson. Golden Eagles get the half-court set up. White launches a quick three, and there it is, Kevin. Christmas break, how, you know, it's natural that you might kind of have one foot out the door. You're looking forward to seeing your family again. You're looking forward to, you know, getting away. You've gotten through your exams, but these games can be dangerous.
They are, and Tennessee Tech is making this a dangerous one for Cincinnati, who has a great crowd in here tonight. You know, they got to get the fans roaring here, get some guys on their side, get some energy, try to go on a late run.
I do. Nice dump off pass to Koval, who finishes it off with the reverse layup. Good big-to-big pass there inside for Cincinnati.
It's a great big-to-big connection there, keeping the game simple, using their size, getting back in tune on what works.
Stretching that lead back out to 6 for Cincinnati. Tennessee Tech has outscored them 23-18 in the second half, and they'll add 2 more.
And White is coming alive here. And I've been waiting to talk about him. Had a 24-point game against Wright State on Saturday. I mean, this guy can play as well. It's been quiet, but he's another guy that can come out and knock down big shots.
Speaking of big shots, Hayden Koval, it's a much-needed three-pointer from the corner for Cincinnati. The big man can fire it up there from the outside, and that might get the crowd going here.
That couldn't come at a better time for this Cincinnati unit. Struggling to find the rim, and you got your big 7-foot guy out there knocking down tray balls from downtown tonight.
Koval with 7 points.
Man, it's been fun to watch. All the forwards are knocking down threes. You can tell the game has opened up so much.
Adams Woods gets in on the action as he'll pour in his 3rd triple of the evening. And Cincinnati starting to find its rhythm shooting the basketball. They're back to a double-digit lead.
2 quick triple-A's. Next thing you know, back up 10. Those are big shots. And as you go into the second half of the season interconference play, that's what you expect from guys like Micah Adam Woods and Koval. Knocking down big shots when you need them.
Koval knocking that one free from Clay, and John Pell.
Conference play, like I say, to hit those big, tough shots that you need.
Only Bearcat in double figures tonight as Cincinnati leads by double digits again. Shot clock ticking down, and that one from Davidson did not draw rim. It'll be a shot clock violation.
And that was a big time stop by the Bearcats here. Defensively, I see Coach Miller switched into a zone. It kind of halted and startled the Tennessee Tech's offense there, and they had to take a bad shot at the end.
10-point lead for Cincinnati. Tennessee Tech had cut it down all the way to 4 as Saunders puts up a runner through traffic. Can't finish it off. Nice rebound, pulling that one down strong was Sela. Clay, jump pass to the right side. 3-pointer from Goldman. Off the mark, Oguama fighting for the rebound, and he's fouled from behind.
Goldman finally missed one, and that would have been a big dagger, cutting that lead to 7 for Tennessee Tech. But right here, they're still in the game. I mean, 7 minutes to go. In a good rhythm. You got guys like Davison and Clay starting to come along here late.
Full court pressure from the Golden Eagles. David Julius gonna turn on the jets to get through it and get across half court. Julius, somewhat of a quiet night for Cincinnati, at least in terms of statistics, but as you say, Kevin, it's always about what he brings to you beyond the stat sheet.
He does. Not forcing anything. That's the best thing about a veteran like DeJulius. He's going to make the right play at all times. You need a floor general like that on your team.
Tennessee Tech pushing it ahead in transition. Athletic pass in midair, tipped away, now into the corner. Davidson, pump fake, now takes a three. It's off the back iron.
I can tell it's in the scout report, run him off the line. Bearcats have been doing a great job all day of running Davidson off the line, making him have to reload. You know, in my time, I can knock down some big threes myself. And you got to reload, it throws your rhythm off.
Nice pass inside to Koval, 9 points for the center off the bench. This is one of his biggest games in quite some time for Cincinnati. Through traffic, that one rattles around and through for Junior Clay.
That's all I got to say about that move. That deserved a nice move. Euro step through the lane here, tough finish by Clay. Trying to come alive here, keep his team in the game late.
Clay was cold early on. In fact, in the first half, both he and Keyshawn Davidson were scoreless, the two lead scorers on this team. DeJulius.
And I didn't get to talk about it because Clay did such a great move on the other end. But that was a great pass by McGinnis. Coming in the game today, being effective on the offensive end.
And that's effective. Mike Saunders Jr. with a deep three. Well, that'll get the crowd going. Saunders Jr. with a momentum basket.
Be effective. And I think coming into this game, Matt, he was shooting 48% from the field. I mean, he takes really good shots. Locked and loaded tonight, showing his deep range.
Cincinnati now outscoring Tennessee Tech in this second half. The Golden Eagles have been controlling the scoring in this frame for a good bit. And now that one stripped away by McGinnis, but it comes right back to Wood. But the shot clock runs out. Golden Eagles didn't realize that it hadn't reset. And that will turn it back over to Cincinnati. You can really feel the crowd and the energy kicking up here at Fifth Third Arena.
You know, Cincinnati Bearcats fans love toughness. They love defensive plays. That right there will get the crowd going. Bring some energy in this as they try to close this out in the next 5 minutes.
Bearcats have their largest lead of the night at 13 points. It has been close through most of this one. And now Tennessee Tech kind of sensing that this one's starting to slip away a little bit, going to put on some full court pressure. John Pelfrey switched up his defense all night. At times it's made things difficult for Cincinnati. They'll try to do it again.
I've been around, man, some basketball for some whiles. Played myself. 5 minutes to go down 13 isn't scary until you got a guy like Mike Saunders coming downhill at you. Continue to put pressure on your defense.
Saunders really building up momentum there. So tough to stay in front of him when he does that. And he will enter the line to shoot a pair.
He flies down the court. I mean, supersonic is the perfect name for him. Press of a button, he's already down at the other end shooting a layup.
Saunders a chance to break into double figures. He has 9 points. And he does, rattling in his first.
I must say, might have been the quickest 9 points I've seen today.
Very fitting for a pretty quick guy in Mike Saunders Jr.
It makes sense, right? The quickest guy on the court. And showing off his range here. You don't see a lot of deep threes from Saunders, but since the Xavier game, I'm starting to see him extend his range and showing other people that he also can shoot the ball from the outside.
Saunders makes them both at the line. Cincinnati 7 for 9 from the foul stripe tonight. And again, they extend the lead to its largest point of the game at 15. Tennessee Tech needing an answer. Here's Diarra, the former Bearcat, squares up and shoots off the mark. Rebound down to Saunders as Davenport is back in for the Bearcats with those 4 fouls. Into the corner to Julius. Little teardrop runner off the mark, but that is his shot.
It is, and he's mastered it. I would love to see him get right back to it because he'll make it.
White, another three-pointer from outside. All of his points have been in the second half, now 8 of them. Tennessee Tech not going away without a fight. Here's Davenport. Rattles that one off the rim. Rebound down to Diarra.
White trying to come alive here, like I said earlier, had 24 against Wright State. You can also stuff the stats very quickly as well.
12-point game, not over yet. Davidson, pull-up jumper, rattles off, rebound Davenport, he'll push the pace forward. Adams Woods, one-on-one, takes it in on White, no, but on the follow, Davenport is there for the tip-in.
That's what Davenport's been doing very well today. Being around the rim, getting second chance points, showing his toughness.
Good for Ramsey. It's back to a 12-point game. Certainly not over yet by any means with just under 4 minutes to go.
It's not, and as we all know, Tennessee Tech has a great coach. He's going to make sure his team's going to fight to the end.
Newman, nice move through traffic to get a quick two. Tennessee Tech hurrying back the other way, and White slams it down.
Well, Tennessee Tech, I don't want you to be surprised about the athleticism. I mean, they've shown it all night. They get after it. Cincinnati Bearcats doing a good job of making shots, and as you see, depth is playing a huge part, having multiple guys be able to bring different things to the table.
10 points for Kenny White Jr., all in the second half. Here's Newman for three. Too strong. High arcing rebound comes right back down to Newman. Nice tip out there by Abdul Adu.
That right there has been the name of the game for the Bearcats. I think that's why we look up at a 12-point lead. Tennessee Tech is doing such a great job on that first shot. The Bearcats have multiple guys, Davenport, Adu, trying to get those rebounds.
McGinnis can't add the dagger right there. Rebound down to Tennessee Tech. Golden Eagles, know they're still in this one at a 12-point game. Dane Quest, haven't seen much of him tonight in there here in the late minutes. Through traffic, puts up a runner over Davenport, and Quest, right after coming into this game, makes a big impact.
I know Coach Pelfrey told his guys, hey, if Davenport is guarding you, go at him. He's sitting at 4. We all know he wants to stay in the game. Got multiple personalities, and people that are used to doing things they've been doing in high school, but as they kind of settle in, as you can tell, they're going to be a problem here in the OVC.
Just a 10 to shoot for Cincinnati out of that timeout. DeJulius looking around, gets to Adams Woods. He knows he has to fire one up there. In and out, halfway down. And a quick timeout called. Oh no, it's going to be a foul on Adams Woods. He was knocked to the floor and gets whistled with a foul, getting back up.
No, not a foul. They called a flop one. So they're saying basically when Adam Woods released in the contest, he failed. They make it look like a foul. They're all over this call now. I think, you know, it transitioned from the NBA down to college. A lot of guys falling after the shots, and it's putting the ref in a weird position. They don't know whether it's a foul or not, and as you see, they're penalizing guys for it.
So it'll be one shot here for Keyshawn Davidson off of that flop call. And he can't take advantage of it. So it's still an 11-point Cincinnati lead. And if you're Tennessee Tech right now, you need to take advantage of every opportunity for every point you can, especially with the clock stopped.
They have to, and it's vital. They're getting themselves to the line. Now they got to take full advantage here. Not shoot too bad from the line today, but you know, the ones that they left out there, I'm sure they want to get those back.
The teams have done a good job shooting from the line tonight. Both over the 73% mark. Just over 2 minutes to go. It's a 10-point game, 72-62. And that one bobbled away as White can't hang on to it. DeJulius bringing it back across center court.
Yeah, that's a tough turnover there. As you're trying to make a run here late in the shot clock or late in the game clock, you know, those are the turnovers that you can't have. You got to at least be able to get a shot up.
Adams Woods out to Davenport, long three, in and out. Davenport with 11 points, tied for the team lead for Cincinnati with Saunders Jr. and Adams Woods. Diarra has it stripped away by his former teammates. 2-on-1, Saunders mashes the gas, gets behind everyone and lays it in.
He did, smashed on the gas real quick. Blow by, nice little scoop under with the offhand.
Pedal to the metal from Mike Saunders Jr., 13 points to lead all scorers.
You know, in that timeout that Coach Miller took, you know, I watched him. He said, fellas, I was wondering, you know, I thought it would be a warning, but like you said, it was already a delay of game. They count that as also a delay of game, so it's a technical.
Saunders Jr. getting through traffic, draws that foul on Diarra, and he'll head to the line. Saunders now leading Cincinnati with 13 points. Actually, he will not head to the line. That was only foul number 4 on Tennessee Tech, so the Golden Eagles have a couple more to give. Clay reaches in for a quick one here as we're inside the final minute.
Trying to use those fouls here effectively, keep some time on the clock, give herself a little chance here. Try to get a couple threes in.
Still one more to give for the Golden Eagles.
This is good stuff for Cincinnati, you know, be able to learn how to close out games. As we all know, conference play, most games are close. It's a bloodbath. Definitely the first one that they're going to go in with Houston. It's the perfect opportunity to figure out how to close games, go to the free throw line, knock them in, protect the ball, do things that really good teams do.
Clay with another quick foul. That finally puts Cincinnati in a bonus situation. As we're inside the final minute at Fifth Third Arena, Bearcats back to a single-digit lead, only 9 points. Saunders jump pass away to Davenport. No immediate foul here. Now back to Saunders at half court. And he'll punch on the gas through traffic, underhand scoop shot. Well, before Tennessee Tech could get a chance to get a foul, Saunders Jr. blowing through everybody for a quick 2.
Doing what he does best.
Extending the Cincinnati lead back to double digits here in the final minute. Clay, quick trade-off, give and go. Can't get the first shot, but the second one is good on the tip-in. Clay getting his points here late, now 8 for the Tennessee Tech lead score.
Tennessee Tech not giving up. I mean, this is good stuff. When I talk about cultures of programs, you know, this is what I'm talking about. You know, not just taking losses, continue to fight to the end. You know, put yourself in an opportunity regardless, just to close the game the correct way.
Shot clock turned off, and it looks like they're just going to play this one out. As Quest comes out to guard Davenport at half court, he hangs on to the basketball. Now taking it inside. Now you got to give credit to Tennessee Tech. They hung around all game here tonight at Cincinnati, but the